Hi, everybody. My name is Fran Conway, and I'm a yoga teacher here at Mirbeau Balanced. And I'm also a registered nurse and yoga therapist at Weill Cornell Medical Center. I specialize in teaching yoga therapy and meditation and so forth with breast cancer patients in the Department of Surgery. And I work with women who are on various levels of the paradigm from first initially being diagnosed to survivorship, and then everything in between surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, and all that goes along with it. So, what we have devised here for you today is a 10-minute vignette, just a 10-minute little movement exercise video for you to increase your vitality, your prana, as we say in the yoga world, which is your life force, just to get the lymphatics moving and to get the circulation moving and to increase range of motion and just hopefully feel a little bit better so that you don't have to grab a cup of coffee. Instead of grabbing a cup of coffee, come and do this 10-minute class. We'll get going now. So come to stand. If you're if you have socks on, it's probably better to take them off. So if you have a yoga mat, that's even better. The stickiness is really good. So press down through the feet. We just go over some of the principles for standing pose, mountain pose, just before we get started. Press the feet into the floor, the three corners of the feet under the ball of the big toe, the little toe in the middle of the heel. Draw that energy of the earth up into the thighs and engage the thighs. Maybe a slight squeeze in the buttocks. And then the side body, the lateral body lifts into the armpit. The dome of the armpit is you. So we don't want to close that off. Open up the arms wide, just a little bit, maybe like a Y, and open the hands up, just a little external rotation. And the broadening across the chest will help to support the rib cage. The chin is parallel to the floor, crown of the head reaches up to the heavens. So this is a really good yoga practice to take care of, like your mountain pose, your posture when you're at the supermarket. Just practice this while you're waiting. Anytime is a good time to practice your posture. So from here, we're going to take the arms out. We're going to move a little bit now, and then we're going to bend the knees and just sweep the arms back. So we'll do that a few times. And then we're going to layer on with that, and we're going to chant or say ha. And you're going to feel that ha come from way down in the navel hub, even below that. So we'll do that 3 times. Ha. Breathe in deeply. Ha. Deep breath. Ha. And one more time. Ha. And then just get that out. We can just roll the shoulders back. And you'll already probably start to feel your prana, your circulation moving. It's just a fancy Sanskrit word for circulation. And now we're just going to move back and forth a little bit. So I want you to see I'm bending my knees, straightening them as they come up, bending my knees, straightening and just tipping over to the other side. And then we can layer on with that, with the arms, just moving again. Gentle, nothing complicated, nothing out of the ordinary at all. Everyday kind of movements. And then we'll come back. You'll make the feet a little bit. You'll just take the feet in a little bit more. Just keep coming back. And then you'll come back to stand. And then look down at the feet again. The feet should be about fist distance apart. I don't think I mentioned that when I was going over mountain pose. So just about fist distance. You don't have to take them out, not too close. Just, you don't have to measure. Just, look down and you can estimate. So we're going to do a few half salutations. We'll break it down into 3. I'll guide you through it, and there's a little bending of the knees. If your knees don't bend that much, just do whatever is right for you. Don't worry about doing anything like anyone else. This is your yoga practice, and you're the expert in your body. So we'll bend the knees and take the arms out, and then bend the knees and sweep them in front of the pelvis, down and up. So there's a 2 bounds to it, not just a bending of the knees, I should say. And then down, nice and easy, flowing. And you might start to feel the calves moving. And that's a good thing too, because the calves act as bellows to bring circulation and blood back up to the heart, circulation, pulmonary system. Now we're going to go down further. So down by the knees and up. And I want you to notice that I'm not rounding my back. I'm coming forward from the hip crease maintaining a long line in the back. So I hope you can see that. I just have my natural lumbar curve there. So I'm just going down, sweeping the knees by the knees, sweeping the arms by the knees, and then that would be kind of difficult. And then keep coming up. And then one more time like this, and we'll go down to the ankles next. So again, easy, nice and easy, easy peasy, nothing big or out of the ordinary. And again, keeping the back long. So again, I'm going down, swiping the hands down by the ankles, but then coming up. So swiping down and then pressing into my feet to really engage my whole body to come up. One more time like that, go down and then reach up. Okay, so this mountain pose, and then come back to your mountain pose. This is axial extension. And now we're going to move the body in a few different ways. There's some people say 6, some people say 7. It really doesn't matter. I'll move you through all of that. So now bring your hands to your thighs. And from here, you're just going to have a slight bend in the knees. So I think you can see that. Slight bend in the knees. And I'm coming forward from the hip crease, not from the back. And then the hands come on just to the thighs, wherever it feels comfortable for you. And from here, we're going to inhale and arch the lower back, lifting and broadening across the sternum, the collarbone. And then exhale, I'm going to round just a little bit, okay? If you have any bone issues, you want to be very, very mindful of how much you round. A little is okay. We don't want to go too far, just in case you're on medication for bone issues, or if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia. Just be mindful of that to protect the thoracic spine. So we'll keep coming up. So here the head opens, big inhale, and then on the exhale, the head gets heavy, dropping down. A few more times like that, waking up the vertebrae. And going down, one more time. Inhale up, and then exhale down. And then we'll come up, press down into the feet to stack everything up so you can come up into mountain pose. Okay. So we've done axial extension, we've done a little back bend here, and we've done some flexion. And we sort of did that flexion before too when we went down. So now we're going to do just a lateral movement to wake up the side body. Lateral is the side. So bring your hands to your waist, look down. I always recommit to my posture anytime I come out of it because my feet might not be where I think they are. So I just give that quick look, and then in a few seconds, you can recover your posture pose. Hands on the waist, we'll lift up through the left side body and the left arm. Reach through your fingers, inhale, and on the exhale, extend your torso over to the right. So there's no big movement. I'm not trying to go as far as I can. I'm not over-efforting. You know, less is more sometimes, just like a 10-minute vignette. You don't have to do an hour class or even a half an hour. So that's the other thing. Don't go to your edge. You don't even have to go to the edge. You can stay back a little bit. And then inhale up and exhale, bring that hand down. Pause for a second, bring the other hand down. Notice the difference. You'll feel that prana, blood flow moving through that arm, that left arm. Hands come back to the waist, and we'll inhale, taking the right arm up, get long, reach to the ring finger in particular, and exhale, extend over. So again, feeling from the ankle to the hip to the axilla, the armpit, and then from there out through those fingertips. And I'm nowhere near my edge, and that's really nice. I don't have to push and overdo something in order to gain and reap its benefits. And then inhale up and bring the arms down. Notice, you can close your eyes for a second just to take in that pause and notice. It's really important to pause and notice what's going on in the body. Often we just move through things, without giving our mindfulness to or attention to something. Okay, so again, now just to recommit, look down at the feet and do your inventory. I call it an ascending inventory of my posture. It's just something that's kind of built in now at this point. So we'll take the arms out and up, reaching through the ring fingers. And now I'm exhaling as I bend my knees. I'm not going down a lot. And if you have knee problems, you don't even have to come that far, just like that, a slight bend. So again, don't feel like you have to overdo this or do this the way anybody else does it. Again, it's your practice. Look down at your knees. You just don't want the knees to be beyond the toes. And one way to achieve that is just by bringing the hips back a little bit. So we're in chair pose, Utkatasana, and the arms are wide. You can have your arms down here. If your arms are up here, and you might find the shoulders too pinchy. I personally don't like that. I like the wide. It gives me much more freedom here. So we're going to inhale here, and then we're going to exhale, sweep the hands behind your lower back, keeping my back straight, looking down at the toes. I come into what I call skier pose. And then inhale back up, keeping the knees bent, slightly bent, strong legs. And then exhale, come back down. We'll do that 3 times. Skier pose, press into the feet to come back up. Exhale. Again, I'm leaning forward from the hip crease. That's where I initiate the movement from. Inhale up. And then one more time, back down into the skier pose, and the strength of my legs brings me back up, reaching up, and then hands come back to my waist. I'm going to shift the weight into my right leg now, and I'm gonna, if this is too much, you can go to a wall and just have your hand, I'm gonna just turn here, but you would be like this. So you can have a chair right next to you, or you can just bring your tiptoes to the floor. I'm from here, if that's good enough, if that's where you are, stay here. If you can bring the knee up a little bit, fix your gaze on something, as I'm gonna do right now. Otherwise, I will fall out. And who knows, I might still. So you'll take your left knee and you just start to make a little figure 8 movement. And it's just an interesting way to challenge the balance, a little different from tree pose. And we're getting internal and external rotation of the hip and oiling up the hip with synovial fluid. And then we're going to keep it up. So we're still shifting that weight. If you're on your toes, that's fine. You could just go back and forth like that too. Same benefit. So wherever you are, now we're going to take that left foot and extend it behind us. So you're in what's called crescent pose. And I just want you to see, I'm on the ball of my back foot. The heel is up, so the foot is not on the floor, a different pose. So this is crescent pose, the heel is up. And we're gonna inhale, bring the arms up. Now, you keep your arms up. I'm just gonna talk about the front thigh. The front thigh is going forward and the back heel is going back. The back leg is straight in order to get the best benefit for your psoas muscles in here. So we'll bring the arms up, and now we'll take the arms back down again and take your left hand to your right thigh. Your right hand can come, you can tuck it in. I like doing this. I tuck it into the elastic of my pants. So we're gonna do a little twist. So we've done axial, we've done right and left, we've done forward and back. We're gonna do a little twist, nothing big. Inhale, keep the back leg straight. And on the exhale, from the navel hub, the belly button, you're going to start turning to the right, then the ribs go to the right, then the chest and the head turn to the right. The movement is not coming from the shoulder, so don't feel like you have to jam the shoulder. The shoulder goes along for the ride. So back leg straight, you find this stability when the front thigh goes forward, back leg is straight, and now we're going to come out of it. Inhale, turn the head first, then the ribs and the chest, then the front body. And let's take the arms up for one last crescent expression. Inhale, exhale, hands on the waist, and then step forward with the left foot. Come to pause, quick pause, one hand on your chest, one hand on your abdomen, and take a moment to integrate. How did that feel? What's the quality of your thoughts and your body right now? And then we can let it go. Everything passes, but we do have to do the other side. So we'll take the, so this time we're going to come back to mountain pose, bring your hands on your waist, and this time we're going to step the right leg back. So you're going to come into that crescent variation again. front thigh, front femur moving forward, back heel takes you back. You're creating a dual resistance, which helps to lift up the pelvic floor as well. And then from here, we'll take the arms up. Reach through the ring fingers. The hip flexors on the right side. Now we're getting a good stretch. And you know what else is getting a good stretch? The right foot, because the fascia on the bottom of the foot, that's getting a really nice stretch. So a secondary benefit. Inhale, and then exhale, hands come back to the waist, but we'll take the right hand now to the left thigh. So we're not going to twist as one movement, okay? We want to be really mindful of our torso and our bodies. So inhale, and then on the exhale, you twist from the abdomen, the navel hub to the left, then the rib cage, and now head, neck, and chest can move towards the left. So interesting question. What am I looking at? You know, just to bring a sense of mindfulness into it too. Is my back leg, can I keep it straight? But what am I looking at? Without any judgment, doesn't matter. And then we'll come back with the head first. So be mindful, slow, chest, belly. And now from here, we'll do one last crescent expression. Front leg bent, back leg straight. The front knee is over the ankle. Reach up without any scrunching of the neck. Reaching, inhale, exhale, hands on your waist. Inhale, exhale, step the back foot with control to the front, hands on the abdomen and heart, and pause. Take a moment. Notice your breathing. Notice how your body feels. Notice what your brain is doing. And then we can let that all go. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, hands in prayer in front of your heart. May we have a peaceful mind, an easeful body, and a useful life. Namaste.